Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel, and today we're going to go ahead and show you part 2 of the SKS series that we're doing, which we've entitled Bubba versus Babushka. And what we're doing is we're taking a bone stock SKS and we're comparing it to a sporterized SKS to see if it really offers any kind of advantage. Is it worth it to change your stock out for something aftermarket? Is there any kind of a different tactical feel to it? How about performance and so on? So first of all, again, Babushka is a 1953 all-original Tula SKS. This rifle is on loan to me from Stan, the owner of SS Pawn in Lexington, Nebraska, and the contact information for SS Pawn is in this description video, is in the description of this video down below. What we're going to do today is going to be more of the ergonomics and just the overall shooting experience. How comfortable is just a standard SKS rifle? Now this is kind of subjective because everybody's different, everybody's body shapes are different and so on. But in general, what are you going to run into? And when you can pick these up surplus for $300, are they worth tearing into, or are they best to be just left bone stock? And so we'll just do some offhand shooting at 25 and 50 yards. So again, this is Babushka. Now, let's go ahead and introduce you to Bubba. Bubba is a Chinese Norinco SKS. I don't really know the year of production, but there's a few YouTubers or there's a few viewers out there that said if I gave them the serial number, they could tell me what it is, and we'll be talking here shortly. But anyway, this has a Combat Exchange aftermarket stock. And you can still buy this stock used over on Gunbroker. The stock sells between $60 and $100. And in part 1, we really talked about more of the details of the stock, which is kind of cool how you got this little fold around stock itself, butt stock itself that comes in the design. It's very cool. You are basically stuck with this one-piece 30-round mag that more or less has part of the magazine well contained within it. And if you want to change it out, you can put in the 10-round original box mag that comes with the SKS rifle. And then you extend it out. So I'm going to see if this thing is even comfortable to shoot. Again, we'll do some offhand shooting at 25 and 50 yards. And ammunition for this test, we're going to use the same ammo all the way through. Again, it's my new favorite. This is what I call Wolf white box ammo. It's a relatively inexpensive Wolf ammo. When you can still get it, if you can find it, buy some. Unfortunately, I paid $250 for a case of 1,000. Over at ClassicFirearms.com, it was probably $50 more, but it was pandemic pricing, and a lot of places were selling out a 7.62 by 39. It is a 123 grain magnetic, unfortunately, full metal jacket, lead core bullet. So even though it has a lead core, a magnet still sticks to the bullet. So I don't believe this is something that's approved for indoor range, but the primers on this are great. I fired it through several different types of firearms, not had any issues with it. We'll also take some Tula with us just in case we have any problems. Always good to have a backup ammo just in case. And I don't know how well Bubba's going to fire. Bubba was pretty dirty when I took Bubba apart and cleaned him up. And I mean, there was carbon fouling all over the place. The piston was basically seized in the gas tube, and we had to tap it out and get it cleaned up. So hopefully it runs with no issues. I make no promises. But again, the idea is, do you want to even spend your money on sporterizing, especially if you have something that is non-numbers matching that's kind of rough? Or do you just want to leave it in the wood stock and enjoy it as is? That's kind of the whole idea behind it. We're just going to have some fun with it. And without further ado, let's go to the range. Alright, so even though this is a YouTube gun channel, this will be the first time we've ever fired SKS rifles and anything even slightly modified. I make no guarantees about this. I don't even know if they're going to shoot. We could have a slam fire. It's hard telling. I mean, the firing pin is clean, but alright, let's go and have some fun with Bubba. We're going to start off with Bubba first. Alright, so she chambered the first round. Here we go. By the way, I'll be making no adjustments to the sights at all. We'll be shooting the target on the left. And failure to extract. Okay. Looks like the lever popped up on the gas tube there. Alright, it's popping up every single time. Okay, we'll go ahead and stop for a minute and get this all figured out. Yeah, we're going to go and stop it. The lever on the gas block keeps popping up with every shot. That's not safe. I don't want the gas tube to come flying off, so we're going to go ahead and stop testing with Bubba. We'll move over to Babushka, and hopefully we have some better luck. Work in progress, guys. Work in progress. All right, so we're going to go ahead and fire up Babushka. We've got 10 rounds of that Wolf ammunition ready to go. We'll shoot the target on the right. Just looking at my target, I was on paper on the target on the left. It looks like I was shooting off to the right a little bit, but again, Bubba's definitely going to be out of the race on this one. So let's go have some fun with Babushka. All right, so she chambered the first round. So for the trigger, there really is just a little bit of take up and then you hit that wall and then it breaks. It is kind of a heavy trigger pull. It does kick a little bit, but not too bad. And again, we're making no adjustments to the sights. And it looks like we're all out. Okay, let's go grab our targets and see how we did. So the few shots we did with Bubba, 25 yards, nothing to write home about. Sights are definitely off a little bit, all over the place. Babushka, much better, much better. I think everything was pretty much on paper. I don't think we had any flyers. Looks pretty good. Definitely need to make a side adjustment, moving it off to the left. We're going to take it out to 50 yards with Babushka and see if I can hit anything. We'll just go ahead and do some sitting shooting, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just do 50 yards, 10 rounds. Let's just see how Babushka runs. Looks like Bubba's out of the competition. Not bad, not bad. I mean, the kick, it's a lot more than you think it's going to be. I don't know. I guess I expected maybe a little bit less kick just based off the sheer weight of the rifle. But no, it's not. It's not uncomfortable to shoot at all. The trigger, it's almost kind of springy. There is that little bit of give, and then you got that break and you pull. The trigger's very comfortable. There's no trigger slap whatsoever. Let's go ahead and check it out and see how we did. Okay, so definitely need to make some adjustments with that front sight tool. This was my point of aim. This is where everything was going at just 50 yards. Bring it over. I think you'd have a pretty decent group at 100. And yeah, overall group size is just a hair under, let's see, 5 inches. I mean, that's really nothing to write home about. More or less minute of man accuracy, if you think about it. But yeah, move that move that left side over a little bit. Get yourself a nice bench rest, and you can really see what this thing is going to do. Okay guys, so that pretty much wraps it up. As much as I would like to bring you a part 3 with Bubba versus Babushka, I don't think it's going to happen. Bubba here, I know I could probably just bend that lever back on the gas block, but I kept having numerous magazine feeding issues. And again, you might say, well, just run the 10-round box mag. It kind of defeats the purpose of doing a sporter in the first place if you think about it. So I'm going to go ahead and just call it. Bubba, a good idea, a good concept. If you can get it to feed reliably and not have any kind of issues, hey, more power to you, go ahead and do it. Babushka, fantastic. Everything you would expect from an SKS rifle. So if you're gonna get yourself an SKS rifle, check it out beforehand. You know, make sure that it's fit. If you can test fire it ahead of time, that'd be great too. Obviously with the Russian SKS, unless it's beat to crap, I really don't think you can go wrong. I've never tried any of the UGO SKSs. I heard they're pretty good, that they do take a pretty good beating. But yeah, this tool is absolutely fantastic. So we're going to get Babushka, and we're going to get Bubba cleaned up and get them back to stand up at SS Pawn. So thanks for joining me on this short series. I had a lot of fun with it, just kind of discovering, you know, my thoughts on the SKS rifle. One thing about it too, like I said, at $299, you know, if you pick up one of those Norincos, you know, if you can clean it up and get it running well, I'd almost recommend just stick with the factory stock, stick with the 10-round box mag. Again, the 30-round attachment magazine, kind of fidgety. I kept having feeding issues with it, and a couple of those actually kept off camera so I wouldn't bore you. But yeah, if you can afford it, go the Russian route, although these guys are getting pretty expensive. But that's it, guys. Thanks for joining us today. Please like and subscribe. We'll be bringing a lot more videos this summer. Check out my podcast called Caliber Corner, which we do, let me see here, Monday, no, is it Monday or Saturday? Yeah, Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. I've got to remember that Central Time, where we talk about guns and ammo, and we just have a good time. So thanks for joining us, guys. I want you guys to have fun, be safe, have yourself a great week, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.